When you go to these kind of meetings, if you have something that you want from them as well, it's obviously much more easier to negotiate any kind of thing there.
Or something you can offer them, if they could come here also. With
That's the thing. Any ideas how to, deal with that? What can we actually offer them?
One thing?
Yeah.
Can I send you? Well, it doesn't open, but if I can open my email there, I can show you this, because I got this from the Greatscape now.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd annual Greatscape social networking event. 3 drinks, token on N3, Hope and in Brighton, whatever. So I can show you that post and send it to all of you, because I think they invite me, but anyone can come, I think.
Have you checked your messages from there? Because that
little. From the beginning, like the same stuff, right? My name is Mark Malyshev. I'm studying music production. I'm 3rd year student in TAMK, Tampere Ammattikorkeakoulu, and we're about to go to Brighton. Still offering to the drum machine, to put another face on my heart.
Eka sana oli hito hyvä nyt.
Ai, mä luulin, että se on just huono. Siksi mä lopetin. Okei, hyvä.
Siis se falsettimeno on sehän.
My name is Karri and I'm here in TAMK and I've been studying music production for 3 years now. Me, Simeon and Tokola, we're working on producing as many songs as possible for our young artist called Jenny Elo. We just try to make as many as possible because we know when we get in touch with some record labels or something, we're gonna have to present them songs and there has to be as much as possible and they have to be as good as possible. So we just kind of keep on working. Actually, this project goes like many years back. Let's say like 3 years already. We started with like one of my band members, Tokola, who is a songwriter. And we met this girl called Jenny. We just kind of started making songs and she wanted to make music. We were doing it actually in Finnish first, but she demanded that we change to English because she likes that more. Then we finally got the chance to make this an actual school project like later on. We started working with Simeon. We got some new blood to our team and he's a 2nd year student at our school. And we got along pretty well and we started making songs and now we're actually getting a lot further than we were before.
Tai sille, että kyllä se pikkasen välillä ehkä etuilit joissain niinku jollain parilla tavuilla saatoit lähteä pikkasen eteen. Että se periaatteessa se koko homma voisi olla vähän semmonen laid backimpi, että kun sehän nyt on muutenkin semmonen...
Semmonen, että se niinku tulee just sille...
Niin. Se on aika soliva muutenkin se rytmi tossa, niin se ei haittaa yhtään, se menee vähän taakse, mutta jos se tulee eteen, niin sit se on vähän...
It's kinda hard to predict how it goes, so you just have to start somewhere and work and work and work, and well, it took us 3 years, and now I think finally we have some kind of own sound. So it's a long process, and it's a weird process because you don't know kind of what's gonna actually work. You know, we all learn in the process, and we started finding like cool sounds, and at the moment we have, instead of like pop rock kind of stuff, we are more into electronic but still trying to keep it organic. But I think it's really good that you have an actual team and that I can concentrate on my own stuff, which is just to create the sound. We all of us know at some level what to do or what affects what in the music production way. She actually has this like a little burn that, you know, she wants to be an artist, like real performing artist, and we're doing our like best that we can make that happen.
I prefer soundtrack to usual music that you listen to on the radio or like any band, because for me it's a bit more interesting to work with the characters. I know that in the bands they also create a character in the song, and all those artists, they got their own character features, you know, that they emphasize by songs. But for me it happens to be way easier, not easier, but way more interesting to work with a visual character. So the idea of the soundtrack is to emphasize the main features of the character and bring some of those smaller features that director or photographer or anyone who is like doing the visual part to emphasize and bring them up. But it's always the place to make it fancy somehow. So just like by bringing something on top, it's still like, you know, vibrating, so it's gonna make it jump or something, I guess. For this spring, I'm pretty much working on a music catalog of my own soundtracks. I'm preparing different kind of music for that catalog, for that portfolio. It is electronic music, different size, ambiental, and go to epic one. And I also use orchestral features. I'm gonna record some real orchestral instruments in groups and single. And I have also folk features. For instance, last week I've been recording one guy from Bangladesh. He got absolutely beautiful voice singing for one of my tracks, so it's really interesting. I prepare music that is unsigned, so I can present that one to music publishers and any other companies who would be interested to have a synchronization deal. I'm really happy that I had this opportunity to go to Brighton and to have an actual talk with the people who are working in the business. So I just hope that I will get good contacts. I hope that people would just like my music and maybe suggest me to do some collaboration on a bigger field, or well, to keep me go further, you know, because it is really good way to develop yourself.
We were making angels in the snow.
If you back down a bit,
you'll be okay again this time. 'Cause the angels came alive that night.
Then I got the API here for just pumping 2 limiters. These are taking out S's. Or they should be, but they're not, it seems.
And they should be, you should have that in your vocal channel.
I do have it also in the vocal channel.
But then now, can you see what you are doing? You are boosting those higher frequencies, and then you are try to bring them down.
But yeah, it's something that you shouldn't do in the master situation, but I did.
Yeah, you should break the rules as well.
This is like if you talk in F1 term, this is like a first practice. Then you have a second practice and qualification.
Yeah, or ice hockey, the guys under 20 years. Something like this. The students are really talented already using all the software and computer stuff, so it has been more like trying to build the right drama to the songs and right kind of sounds and asking the right questions.
Yeah, I think it's less technical now. They all know the basic techniques, so it's more kind of artistic related stuff that we are working on at the moment. I think there was, because we had a music production minor during the autumn, so we already knew what the students are aiming at with this minor.
And it's also a learning process for them. We are not creating a next hit album in the first place, and they have to learn about the process, how it goes. Nothing to add. The mix is there, I think.
Yes, it is. Good dynamics you have in there.
Yeah, and about the mastering, be careful with the dynamics because it's movie stuff, so it doesn't need to be like rock.
That's why I still keep like, as you also can see from other tracks, when it's loud, it's like a sausage.
Yeah.
But overall, the dynamics, like even like in here, they're going really big changes.
As it should be.
Yeah, you don't listen to this kind of stuff in the car or in the wherever.
I've been.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but
I'm really happy that I have all those opportunities and facilities, basically to develop myself. This school is more about like self-studies. They give you foundation, they give you opportunities to work with your skills and to build them.
Like 1 year ago, we tried to do like some recordings by ourselves at Jenny's place. We just, built a small vocal booth there, like lifted up a bed and stuff like that, like really do-it-yourself kind of stuff. They just don't sound good. That is something that, like when you really want to compete with the level of artists that there are in the world right now, you actually have to have some kind of really good preamps and microphones and that kind of stuff. So the premises here actually, the sound is, the vocal sound is pretty amazing. And we like the fact that we can just go into the studio and do some weird stuff, like, record weird loops and that kind of stuff. It's impossible to do at home.
Whole idea to take them to Brighton is that they can see how the industry works in those kind of situations, so that they don't have to, pay with their their own company, the first trip just to go there and see what the fuck is going on, as we did in 10, 15, 20 years ago. Now I think after this trip, even though they're talented and there are good songs, there might be some other things going on with the industry people, but at least what they will get is that they know and they get the picture how these kind of fairs and how to develop a network and all that works. So I think that's the main goal here.
I was worried. I was worried for you.
Okay, the rest of them, they are big boys. They can do it.
Yeah, and they're Finnish people. So let's go.
We're gonna get bigger, better, and cheaper there. So.
How are we gonna do that? Well, are you kidding? Hey, dude. If it's more expensive, I'll
You
drop
pay.
the bass. I drop the. You drop the.
Got to share with you. All my fears coming true. Almost there, right on time. I have summer love, just chasing the fire. Chasing the fire.
Ajattele kun joku kuuntelee meitä tässä, kun me nauretaan näitä paikan.
Toi lausuminen on varmaan ihan samanlaista.
Look, I found something funny, really funny. Look.
Herne! How cool is that, right? It's like Finnish in there. Oh my god.
That was so sarcastic. What does herne mean?
Like, I know that in Russian it's like really small series.
Nice! Nice! I'm kind of proud of you, I have to say. It's still pretty Emmerdale if you ask me.
Pretty what?
Nothing. Join your shoes in the...
Draw your
We're gonna
shoes.
block the sun.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Mika,
Yeah.
on the left.
Oh,
Yeah,
only one.
In here.
Yeah,
Only
okay.
one. Come on. I can't fit both.
Well, there's two. Some has to use two, so okay. I can attack some people twice. Awesome. Enough of this stuff? No. Let's go.
No.
Tons of new people, like from Germany. There was this one publisher, and was he also a record label?
Label publisher guy,
yeah,
manager.
And he was really interested in the whole thing. Then we met one Norwegian record label lady, and a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think that's
the funnest part, to see how people react on the music, because that's what we've been working on, and that's kind of what I want to get feedback from. So that's, at least for me, that's the most exciting moment when we play the music.
But we have been playing to like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 different people.
Yeah.
And well, the general feedback has been like good. And well, it makes us happy.
Yes. Definitely.
Next week onward, I'm gonna produce a London artist. So, I don't know. I guess it's good. And it's actually weird. I never thought that we could actually have maybe even an option of choosing, like, it's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 managers at the moment who might be actually interested. we can just figure out if we want it to be English or French or German. I don't know. Which is your favorite country?
I don't know. I like them all, but yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
Talking all the time about music and business doesn't really help most of people. Hey, just for fun, for like free beers, free pizzas, whatever. And that was really nice from the Music Loop that they organized that party, and it really helps, I think. For other people it just doesn't work. I mean, like someone just making meetings beforehand, and that's the way they do that. It doesn't quite work with me. I've been trying to arrange lots of meetings in previous festivals, but only those that I did not arrange and happened accidentally just because I was a nice guy with the people like talking. Those ones were the best ones so far. So I was just like, maybe I should just feel the flow.
And it works.
It kind of works, yeah. Then again, you never know. Like, you know, in here people saying like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go online and check your stuff. I promise I'm gonna email you. But there are lots of those stories about how UK people saying and what does it actually mean. So like, I'm not expecting people just go in SoundCloud or just start mailing me straightforward. But then again, if they do that, as we all counted, if 5 or 10% of our network contacts would work, that it already gonna be good. We'll see.
Pitkä päivä, guys. Very pitkä päivä.
Ihan sairaan hyvä. Se ei ollut todennäköisesti varautunut siihen.
Ihan vähän tässä. Otanko Karri sinne?
Kyllä. Niin, pitäisikö ottaa juusto croissantti vai pitäisikö ottaa jotain herkkua?
Voit maksaa erikseen, joo. Molemmat?
Mitä hittoa?
No niin, mites tässä nyt suu kannaa?
No ei.
I think the Chinese music is quite a lot what we are as musicians and music lovers.
Yeah.
And the fact that people liked that and they weren't like, you should do this in more pop way. But of course that's more India type festival, so we were quite expecting that, but still it was a good thing that they liked us. Everything happens through the people, and if you know the people you can achieve quite a lot of things. Things that you couldn't imagine happening. Now it's more, everything's so real now that we can really achieve things that we used to dream about.
So would you say that the trip gave you some sort of professional confidence?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, I feel more confident for my future career now. Yeah, that's true. I still want to work on my profession in songwriting and producing. That's kind of my main goal at the moment still. But in like networking sense, maybe it's now easier to go and talk to people. I think, because at least in Brighton people were really nice and they were easy to go and talk with. So maybe I'm more courage in that way than before.
For me, well, of course, the same thing that, well, you meet people and they all have like expertise in a different field, and you have to collaborate in some way to get things forward. But at the same time, I realized that there's especially working with an artist who wants everything to happen as fast as possible. You kind of realize that sometimes that might not be the best thing. That you actually want to wait out if there's like an opportunity, that you work on the background at the same time, but don't do any more like sudden moves. Yeah, no rushing was maybe for me the best lesson I learned. I realized that you can have pretty cool chances and opportunities, but it's still like I also realized that there was like listening to those bands and everything, that there's a lot of really, really good music out there. And I just realized that, well, it's I have to get better too. So it's like, it was really motivating to know that you don't have to always make like the Billboard top 10 kind of pop stuff to be making really cool music, and that was really encouraging. So I'm maybe thinking that I can do whatever, not having to restrict my stuff to some kind of one genre or anything. I'm a lot better than I was in the beginning of the year. Like seriously. Just finally realized that I want to be me as much as possible.
I think I left you like about 5 to 6 dB of a headroom, so you can compress it if you need, like, and squeeze it up to the top. But then again, it shouldn't be. I think it shouldn't be any loud. Yeah. Because once we came back, we obviously have some feedback session discussion, how all the meetings gone, what we did good, what we did wrong, and how we like do the conversation flow. With partners, with potential partners, or just people you would like to promote your music to. And I think that was really important feedback session, because for me it just helped to realize that, first of all, well, I make small mistakes in negotiation, how I present myself, but that is for good, because I'm gonna learn that for the future. And also I realized that The Great Escape was mainly for indie pop and indie music. From that feedback session, I myself learned that it is so important to make that research on what kind of festival you go and what kind of event that's going to be, what kind of people that are going to be. Of course, we all looked at those companies. Of course, we looked at those managers and producers who would be on the festival itself, but it was also really important to understand the idea of the event, and I think I didn't get it clearly at some point. So for me, I just know that next time I'm gonna attempt the festival that is just about the cinematic music, and in there I believe that I will feel way more comfortable and just like a fish in the water. After that festival, with the experience that I got, I think it would be way easier to prepare my footage, to prepare myself for the festival. Plus, I also learned some basic tricks of communication, how you can make it way easier. I think if I would go to another festival, like proper music festival for film, first of all, I would have like little bit another footage with more ways to present it, and the story that I will tell them be a bit more solid. One of the most popular points for listener were actually those weird stories, you know, when you're recording, for instance, about all those sound effects that we've been talking before, and about custom sounds, and about those small stories when you call a random person from the outside, and then you just call them for a half an hour and they just bring you the best footage you had ever. Like, people love stories, and it's really important to give it to them before they actually listen to the music. So I think that would be the point for me. Just have more of those like story cards. And after a couple of sentences you can see what kind of person you're talking to and what you should focus on, and then just like choose the proper card and just tell the joke. In a new project, I would like to show even more edges of the music that I can provide customer with. I had an opportunity to get a summer job and my internship at the same time. This internship is in collaboration of TAMK and Nokia, working on the sound for VR, virtual reality. All those applications and live streaming and all those stuff. And what you got these days for VR is pretty much straight stereo, but we try to make it better.